Good morning, good morning, good morning, you beautiful people. Welcome back home. Welcome to Shanty Talks. Happy Sunday. Um, I'm doing my videos weekly and mainly it's been on Sunday now, and I feel sorry. I'm sorry for everybody who was tuned in. Um, back then, back on Fridays. Life is crazy, but I'm just being consistent with posting weekly, so that's all I can be grateful for, and that's all I can be thankful for. So there's that. um but last week's episode was literally so much fun, and I'm just like so excited, and I can't wait until I have another guest. Just because that was just so entertaining. But probably the next guest will be like a consenting adult, that can show their face if they want to. If not, we'll do the same situation. Um but so my manager has been talking to me just about this topic for um a couple weeks now, that I'm going to talk about today, and it's just about like growth mindset versus fixed mindset. And both are very very like clearly um what they sound like. You have a mindset of like wanting to grow and wanting to become better and wanting to do better things, and then you also have a mindset of like being fixed and set in your ways and not willing to change or do anything about that. And I was talking to a friend this morning, and we were talking about, consuming alcohol, and just like how it's not like necessarily like fun, quote unquote fun anymore, to just like go out and just get like obliterated out of your mind. You know what I mean? And like um I think for like myself, even in the past couple months, even since October, like since I took sober October, or did my best to do sober October, um like I feel like I feel differently about it. Like I feel like I'm not like finding the enjoyment that I used to find in it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that's just getting older or whatever, but I feel like hopefully that's not, you can't hear that gulping too much, but whatever. Um but I feel like I don't know, I just feel like it's not as enjoyable as it used to be. And not only that, like the hangovers are worse, and like I feel like shit when I wake up, and whatever, but like it's just not that fun to me anymore. And especially like the money that you're spending and the time that you're investing, and just like the poison, the literal poison that you're like putting in your body, it's like not as enjoyable as it once was. Well, but I don't know, like I think that's like a good segue into it, because it's like I don't know, I feel like growing up and like for a long, long while, that's like all we used to do was just like, oh, okay, let's go and get a drink. Let's go and get a drink. Let's go and get a drink. And like, it's just like, what else is there to do? You know? And I think that definitely just like ties into the growth mindset versus fixed mindset, because like with the growth mindset, you're willing to like grow and like out learn your behaviors, out like unlearn them and things like that, versus just being stuck in your ways and being like you can't teach an old dog new tricks, type of situation. So like um I have some notes. Thanks, manager. Hey, second manager. It's like I close the door because it's loud downstairs, and he just like comes in here, and it's like I'm gonna come in and leave the door open. Should have taught him that when he moved in. Like, close the door. Learn how to close the door, sir. My office is a mess, so that's why you can see like a higher version of it today. Oops. But Yeah, so she says that my manager says that a growth mindset is when somebody believes that they can learn to be good or that they can learn to like be better and they're not afraid of challenges and they continue when things get hard. And a fixed mindset is the opposite of growth mindset. Obviously, they think that people are either born bad or they're born good and they can't learn, they're afraid of challenges, they give up, they get defensive easily, they feel criticized when given feedback or they're threatened. Um and just some like other notes that I had kind of written down is just like I feel like kind of similar to like what I've talked about in the past and what I kind of like think now. It's just like a growth mindset really is just like believing believing what you say and like having a mindset that is like always working towards your dreams and working towards your goals and like trying to actively like set yourself up for success. Um versus like a fixed mindset where it's just like you're bad, you can't do stuff, you're not willing to like step out of your comfort zone. But also, um, I think like a fixed mindset too would just have always been to be like, oh, like I want to be a life coach, but I can't do it. Oh, I want to be a life coach, but I'm never going to be able to make a podcast. Oh, I want to be a life coach, but I'm never going to be able to, coach people and help them, be healthier and everything like that. Like, I feel like that's something that I've at least been able to overcome. Like, every single time I get on these freaking videos, it is scary. Every single time I record these damn videos, it is like my heart is literally racing. But seriously, like I'm like so anxious. I'm like amped up. I'm like nervous. Everything under the sun. But then I get feedback and everyone's like, "Oh my god, what a funny episode! Blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, you're so great!" And I'm like, "Oh my god, thank you so much. You're the best." So shout out to anybody out there that's giving feedback, good or bad, whatever it is, just like whatever, like I'm so thankful for it. And especially like the people who've given me like constructive criticism, like people like, I hope you don't think badly of me. I'm like, honestly, as long as you're not being like an asshole to me, I'm accepting it. You know what I mean? Because I have no idea what I'm doing, you know, like, but the last video, they made me rewatch it before I posted it, and I never do that. And I was just like, oh my God, just like, this is so cringy. I hate myself. But like, you know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what I said to one of my friends. Like, oh, if I did all that editing and watching back, like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be here with however many videos I have. I think I have this 34. This might be 35. Like, you got to believe that things can be better. You know what I mean? And that's like the hard part is that like you have to be able to believe that things are good and things are going to be good. And I think that's like the hardest part about like I guess I'll just kind of like generalize it about like our society now is that we've just been like trained to not, step out of our comfort zones and not like shoot for the stars and not, um, put ourselves in positions to be let down. And like, I understand like both sides of that because like I hate like getting myself like, my hopes up and then like being disappointed. Like that shit is so frustrating. But also like in one way or another, if I believe that, I deserve to have something or that I want something, like I know that it's going to come to fruition. You know what I mean? Like it might take a year, it might take some time, but like believe it until you achieve it. And that is like literally what it comes down to, just in terms of like the mindset and like that growth mindset of just like knowing that there's more and knowing that you can have more and knowing that and believing in your heart and your soul. You know what I mean? Like, um, I saw a video the other day that was just saying that as humans, we're hardwired to focus on the negative, and we're hardwired and like designed like chemically and physiologically to respond more to negative activity than positive activity. And so, it really just comes down to like happiness is a choice, and like misery loves company. You know what I mean? You're always going to have someone in your corner that's going to just be like, yeah, everything sucks and we all suck and life sucks and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really easy to, I don't know, get caught up. I don't know. I feel like I'm just rambling. But they say that the girl's mindset is like a champion mindset. You know what I mean? Because they say like Michael Jordan, they failed his basketball. This is like from some video or whatever that my manager sent me. Um, but I say Michael Jordan, got cut from his basketball team in high school and all this crap, and then went on to become super mega star and everything like that. And they said, if he didn't have that mindset of just like I'm gonna do it no matter what, he wouldn't have done it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be able to do it. Like, so they say that one really like good easy word to start adding in your vocabulary is the word yet. Um so it's like, oh, I can't, instead of like I can't do this, like, oh, I can't do this yet. Oh, I'm not sure, how to operate this yet or whatever. But I think that that's like an important word too. They say like yet, don't do that yet. Um and then another word too is try. Like take try out of your vocabulary, because like they say that try like sets yourself up. It like wires your brain to already be okay if you don't do it. So instead of saying like, "Oh, I'm going to try to get this done later," like, "Oh, I'm going to get this done later." And that's really going to set you up for success more than saying, "Oh, I'm going to try to do this later." But it's just like it's reframing and it's rethinking, and like I feel like I'm still at this place of like reframing and refiguring out myself, you know what I mean? Like I'm still you probably heard that one up and close. Gross. Sorry, y'all. Um, I had a track and then I got thirsty and I had to get water. I don't know. I think just go out there and do your best. You know what I mean? I say that shit literally every day, all the time, like on all my platforms, but just like just do your best and just don't let yourself be miserable. You know what I mean? Like shit sucks. Shit really, really sucks. But it's it's hard to focus on the good things. It's hard to want to push yourself to be better and to like try to get to that point. Um but it's so worth it. You know what I mean? Like it's so easy to just like be miserable and be sad and like, everything sucks and be depressed, and it's easy. For the most part, it sucks, it's miserable, but it's freaking easy. You know what I mean? It's really, really hard work to pull yourself out of the mud. It's really, really, really hard work to like pull yourself out of the hole. But it's so much better outside of the hole. Um, I was just thinking back to last week, dude. That was just like such a fun, amazing time. Like my heart is just like so full and just like I just felt so rejuvenated like after like just spending time with my family, you know what I mean? Like I just like it is never enough. Granted, I was missing part of it, I'm still a big chunk of the family, but it makes I don't know, it makes me really like cherish and like think about like how much I take for granted in this world, you know what I mean? Like I just like I know that I'm so blessed, still with my parents and my siblings and my not my siblings, kids, my nieces, things like that. Like I just like um I'm so lucky, I haven't had like any real severe loss yet, and like I think that I'm so blessed to like be able to have that. So I don't know, take also today or sometime soon to call your loved ones and tell them that you love them, because even though like, oh, but they know. Yeah, they might know, but it's good to be told. It's good to be reminded. Hello. Words of affirmation are nice. Everybody should do it more. Jeez. But no, seriously, like yeah, try to call your loved ones. Try to tell them that you love them. Tell people you appreciate them, because we do not have enough time on this planet with each other. And as mad as we can get, and as annoying as our siblings are, and like as mad as you are at your mom or your sister for being a bitch 20 years ago or whatever, like, bro, they're not going to be here one day, and you're just going to wake up and just feel like absolute ass because like you could have spent that time arguing with them instead of not talking to them and hating on them, and then now they're gone. You know what I mean? And you would have give anything just to go back to be able to argue with them, to be able to talk shit to them. So, like it's not worth it. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. I'm just talking about, I don't know, trying to do your best and have a good life. And I don't fucking know. I don't know. You guys know how it is. I just want you to know, I tried to change the angle of my camera today, where I flipped it the other way, like that. But my little clipper, usually I have another, it's like a black one that's on my phone right now. It would not hold on the phone. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's like slanted a certain direction or what, but it literally would not hold. And then I flipped over, no problem. Both of them holding perfectly. I was like, what the fuck? So, yeah, but we're stepping up because look, my little microphone. Chris's gift. Look, you're on a tripod. So obviously, I'm gonna go now because spoke way too soon. Spoke way too soon. All right, love you all. Have a great day. Bye.